Well, I did it. I finally did it. I finally brought myself to watch the new Flash movie. You know, the one from 2023? Yeah, that one. And you know what? It wasn't that bad. I mean, with all things considered, it could have been a lot worse. And the reason why it took me so long is because as a self-proclaimed superfan of The Flash, I really didn't want to be let down like I have been so many times by the DCEU. But that's not counting the Suicide Squad movie, the Peacemaker show, and the Creature Commandos. Now, those three were amazing and totally worth the watch. And if you haven't seen them, I suggest pausing this video right now and go watch them. That shouldn't come to you as much as a surprise since all three were written and directed by James Gunn, the same guy who's responsible for Marvel's best movie trilogy and who's thankfully taking over DC's new cinematic universe. For those of you who don't know, the DC cinematic universe is being reset with their version of the 2011 Flashpoint storyline written by Jeff Johns. So I do get why they chose this particular storyline to reset their universe, but it seems like anytime anyone wants to make a live-action Flash, it's always a subpar adaptation of this great crisis. The original Flashpoint was so well thought out and was given enough time and lore to play itself out over many different issues, where the fallout of Barry's actions going back in time to save his mother was even more catastrophic, changing everything in the DC universe established up until that point. The Amazonians are fighting with the Atlanteans, some characters are given new origins, or just stopped existing altogether. So when retold in this movie, or even in the CW show, I always feel like it's a rushed job with very little world building to play off of. However, with all the multiple DC flops, the controversy surrounding the movie's main actor, the awful suits, the bad CGI, and hearing how laughably some of these scenes were, I'll admit some of the jokes actually were pretty funny. Even the effects didn't bother me very much and didn't take me out of the story as it did so many of my other friends. The story made sense and it wasn't overly complicated. Nowadays, with all these multiversal movies going on, it feels like the studios are just trying to pack in way too many Easter eggs and cameos and storylines and references as they possibly can, to the point where it just becomes confusing and overwhelming and messy. A missed opportunity, I think, is in their end credits scene. If they just made one little tweak, the movie could have worked a little bit harder. It could have gone something a little like this. Once Aquaman takes off his ring to give to Barry to look at, Barry could turn around for like a second and then back around at Aquaman, only to notice that Aquaman has vanished. And in true Back to the Future fashion, we can see Barry's arm slowly fading away as the ring passes through his fingers. The buildings and signs start to change, signifying that we're now in James Gunn's new DC universe. So with all that being said, it wasn't a bad movie, and it wasn't a good movie either. It was just okay. And this still isn't my favorite version of The Flash. But maybe now that James Gunn is at the helm, creating all these new movies, they might get the character right. That's just my thoughts, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about this movie in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time.